Happy Monday, welcome to the Monday Duo. Today, C will share post-holiday diet suggestion and remedies for winter nutrition.
Yes, today's episode is actually a very good reminder for me as well because I've enjoyed a lot of delicious food during Christmas
You
break.
were in Scotland.
Yes, I was in Scotland. It was so nice to connect back with my families and my friends that I grew up with.
You post like so many photos of the beautiful views on IG and of the food you were eating. I'm so excited
Yeah,
for that episode.
I know the jack potatoes, chips, fries, and all the brownies, flapjacks, and shortbread I've had.
So delicious. In Poland, we eat a lot of fish during the Christmas time. However, this time and this year, I changed a little bit the tradition. So for the Christmas Eve, I cook a Ayurvedic dish and
Wow.
Thai soup. So there was slightly of our Christmas Eve was international. But do you think we eat healthy at Christmas Eve?
I mean, your diet, what you just said, I think it was good overall. Fish is definitely high quality protein, low saturated fat, which is great. And with that diet, I assume there'll be some lentils, rice, and seasonal ingredients as well. So these are very good for digestion. So that is good. But overall, for the rest of us, for Christmas, I'm sure it's a lot of food, delicious
A lot
food,
of
I would say.
cakes, a lot of sweet things.
Exactly.
Let's jump right into it. We have so many topics to cover today. I'm so happy about it. But I want to start with a story that last year I took Panchakarma. This is Ayurvedic cleaning therapy. Because of my health, I was gaining weight, I was gaining water. It even come to the point that I don't want to eat anything because after every meal I feel so sick. That was a sign for me that I need to change something, and I started the Ayurvedic treatment and do the Panchakarma, and that changed my diet in a lot of ways. So after Panchakarma, you need to be on the restrict diet for
Yeah.
14 to 21 days. You cannot eat specific things, and then you can start to add products that you can eat. But mostly, I almost stay on this Ayurvedic diet. I try to learn how to cook Ayurvedic meals. And we have a
Wow.
lot of New Year's resolutions, and my New Year resolution is try to keep the diet that I learned last year and try to continue to eat more rice, more
Yep.
soups, of course, hot water.
That's good. Good for you. And I think having a gut health, a good gut health is essential. I mean, for me, I've also struggled with that for many years as a kid and as a young adult as well. When I binge eat, I remember my dad was telling me that as a kid, I had difficulty even going to the toilet for weeks, and it always happened. So, um, we got worries and tried many different ways, but now, as we are on this journey together, we know the relationship between brain and gut, how they communicate to each other, actually, to help regulate our digestive process and emotional health. So it really important that the two actually work together to affect our mood and our cognition. So it's essential to take care of your gut, which I probably would have one full episode to talk about it.
I can't wait, see, really. And I know that after the Panchakarma, I know how important is what we eat. I try to think, not just, take whenever products I have in the shop or in the supermarket or in my fridge.
Yeah.
I try to think what I put into my body. This is our main home that we have. So it's important to eat healthy,
Yes.
not only in the first days of New Year's, as we do the training in the New Year's. Are the gym full in Hong Kong right now?
Yeah, I think it's jam-packed, which I love to see. But again, post-holidays, remedies, I mean, I'm still snacking too, but definitely good time to get back on track.
But if we are snacking, see, can you tell us because in the Christmas Eve, we probably all of us eat a lot of sugar, a lot of cakes, biscuits, and I know that if we said to us, okay, I will not eat anything, it might not happen because we are used to the sweet things. So, is there any idea that you can share to help us go back on a good tracks?
I will start with what you shared before to do cleansing. I think before you get on another diet or start a new habit or start a new routine, first step first is to cleanse or what we call detoxifying. We can do things like detoxifying smoothie. So the usual go-to, I would say, would be green smoothies like spinach, kale, bananas, or sometimes you put berries. Or I know some of my clients would put mint with lime or lemon water, or even apple cider vinegar as well. So these are the common thing to go to. However, since we all ate too much for the holiday, might still feel a bit bloated. Plus, we are in the winter time. I will want to add a twist in your drink. Now, the idea is go for ingredients that helps digestion or it will have warming properties and hydrating factors as well. So I would definitely recommend to add some ginger. Now, Magda, you know, when we were in Bali, ginger is one of the key thing in most of the
Yes.
drinks, and it is definitely one of the most used ingredients in Asian diets. It gives that spicy kick to everything. It really helps for anti-inflammation and digestion, and it will help relieve cold-like symptoms as well. And we use them in all sort of cooking, even in dessert, sweets or drinks. So definitely would try adding a slice of or two slices of ginger or ginger powder into your green smoothie or even in your lemon water. It would even give you an energy boost in to combat that winter blues as well.
So
But
nice.
yeah, how do you feel when you first have ginger? Is it too spicy for you?
No, I think I like spicy things, so it wasn't
Okay.
so spicy. But I remember when I shared it with my best friend, and she said, "Oh my gosh, it's so spicy."
Yeah, people do think ginger, or if it's the first time you try it, it could be a bit too much. So I could also recommend trying turmeric powder or fresh turmeric roots, adding that into your drink. So it has similar properties as ginger. So you could also try to put that in your latte next time as well. And another thing is honey. So in the past 2 weeks, I would say, or three, that's what I've been drinking first thing in the morning, a glass of warm water, adding a bit of
Warm
honey
water,
and
guys, remember warm
yes, warm
water.
water, a bit of honey or a piece of lemon or some ginger as well. So I think that's definitely what I would go for. But of course, level two is drinking everything warm. I've shared this with you and some of the classmates in Bali. How do you feel about that since then?
I love that. I just can imagine myself drinking something cold. I don't know if it's changed over summer because I love something cold during the
Yeah,
summer time, but I will try to keep this hot water. And I
that's good.
was tell that after my Ayurvedic treatment, they always give us hot water. And through
Oh,
the
okay.
period of summer, I just sometimes forget about it. And in Bali, it's so hot that I was like, try to drink a little bit of cold ones. But
Yeah,
this year, I will try to keep it warm water for the whole year and stay
that's
with
good.
that um, habit for
That's
my whole
good.
life. And
Yeah,
I
I
know
shared
that,
that with some of the classmates, and she actually told me she's still doing that, and she feels like it helps her with her digestion.
yes, that's when you think about that your body inside need to be warm to help you digest, it's changing your thinking about that. You stop drinking the cold ones and try to be eat as much hot things as you can. And I love
Especially
that.
for the winter, it just feels so nice to warm your body, right?
Yes, and after the New Year's, like after the Christmas Eve, I think our audience might split to two groups. So some of them may just go as I go. First year of New Year, plans, habits. I don't want to eat anything sweet or something
Yeah.
like that. But some of our audience might struggle with that and might need some help. So maybe reduce the amount of sugar and reducing it by time to
Yeah.
time. Or what are
Yeah.
other possibilities?
Yep, you have probably already stretched your appetite, right, throughout the holidays, which I have to, because with all the, especially with all the snacks, I would say. I mean, when I was in Scotland, all the Scottish shortbread, the chocolates, the biscuits, the crepes, it's just so evil and it's calling
It's
you.
a lot.
But I would say I wouldn't never basically say stop all the snacks. I mean, I can't stop myself, but just try to reduce the consumption. It's all about portion control.
Yes, but I think like sweet things, as you said, it's almost like calling, eat me, eat me, eat me,
Yes.
especially after holidays. In Poland, we have like Christmas Eve, then we have another time of like the period of Easter that we eat a lot.
Oh, that's
And
true.
there's like another period. We always said, okay, it's Christmas time, and then it's another Christmas time, and there's another Christmas time, or like
Yeah, I
some
would
holiday
say,
period.
I mean, like I said, I would not tell you to completely stop having snacks, but again, reduce your consumption or treat it as a reward. So, like if you reach middle of the week or at the weekend, you want to treat yourself, why not? I suggest my clients to leave it for days where they want their spirit lifted, like on a Monday. But of course, now you can listen to us,
Yes, so there is a
for your
Monday due,
spirit
and you
lift.
can eat a snack with us
True.
once a week.
But also instead of loading multiple options of crisps, chocolate biscuit into your grocery list, you opt for maybe just one each, right? So just limit your consumption in terms of buying and eating. Now, my suggestion to my clients would be on portion control is to use plates or bowls. So for example, instead of eating from the whole package of crisps. So usually you'll binge eat from that bag. Pour the amount you want to eat in a small plate or in a bowl. So you just eat that, right? Same for biscuits or sweets. So in this way, you know how much exactly you're eating and you will try, well, not to eat more from what you already have.
And I think what I've learned after the panchakarma, so as I said, you have a strict diet after the panchakarma, and I want to really follow that. So I stop buying sweet things in the shop or some snacks, and I just don't have it in my house. So I
Yep,
need to put my clothes on, go to the shop, buy it, come back. And it's much more harder than if you have it in your drawer and you can just
that's
put
true.
it out. So remember not to buy so many snacks or don't buy
Or if
snacks
you
at
still
all
have a
in
lot at home
shop. Yeah.
or on your work desk, just give it out to all your friends and family or your colleagues next to you.
They will be happy if you
Yeah.
share with them. What about carbs? Because I love sometimes a fresh, delicious bread, but after panchakarma, I stop eating it so many
We all love
times.
bread.
And I love, like you said in the previous episodes, Italian pasta, good pasta, and especially in Italy.
Yeah.
So, do we have anything to eliminate a little bit of carbs in our lives?
I think carbs is definitely essential, and of course depends which type of carbs you have. My main carbs in Scotland was bread and biscuits, like most Western countries, like you share.
Yes.
But I didn't have pasta this trip though. Now, my point is, majority of the time, is refined carbohydrates. So white bread, white pasta, white rice, all the pastries and baked goods, breakfast cereals, processed food, these everything tasty, basically. They are
That's
refined
sad.
carbohydrates. Yeah. Now, Of course, I'm not a traditional Chinese medicine, a TCM expert,
We will invite one soon.
but from my food and nutrition knowledge, and you know that I had severe eczema before, so I
Yes.
really look into TCM. I understand that the principle of TCM is based on both health and disease, and they are based on the balance of yin and yang. I think you might heard of it,
Yes.
and the flow of qi, which means energy, and plus the body fluid as well. So bread often considered as a starchy, very heavy food, and it can generate dampness inside your body. Now, when there is excess dampness in the body, it will lead to condition like phlegm buildup, which in TCM it associate with inflammation and stagnation as well.
Do we have any idea how to replace it?
I think options to replace if you love bread, obviously you and I
Yes.
mean me sometimes and a lot of the audience, and you cannot live without bread, you can first try opt into whole grain options like whole grain pita wraps or sourdough, whole wheat bread as well, which contains more nutrients and fiber than white bread. So taking baby steps. For example, Monday to Friday, you have white bread, and at the weekend, you can opt into whole grain options. And you can try that for the first month. And then in the second month, you can continue to reduce your consumption on white bread or white rice, white pasta. Then you can introduce more whole grain carbs into your diet. So definitely taking baby steps.
I love
Now,
that
if
baby steps because the same is in human design. I don't suggest my clients to do all at once. They need to do one
absolutely,
step at a time, the layers.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
we add another thing. When you learn one thing, you can add another thing. That's so nice.
And if you're up for a challenge, I would introduce whole food and seasonal vegetables because they also have carbs. Now, in Asia, instead of white rice, you could try millet. Have you heard
Mhm.
of millet?
No.
It's like couscous, but a bit smaller, and it's like a yellowish color. It's known for being gluten-free. It's more easily to digest, very high fiber and full of minerals and vitamin B. So you could use it in you can cook it and put it in your salad, or you could use it in your porridge as well. So I've actually been having that in my porridge ever since my holiday, and it's really helpful to my digestive system. It is great. So you could try it next time to replace it. You will definitely be able to buy it in your local supermarket. It's a little package with a bit yellowish color. It's called millet. And you can incorporate that in your diet, put it in your salad or put it in your porridge. Now, level two is you can add other ingredients that will help to nourish your body, especially in winter time. You could add yam or sweet potato. So these are all root vegetables full of good carbs, fibers, and sweet potato has beta carotene, which is good for your eyes as well. So this is level two. If you are up for another challenge, you can try to incorporate
Always, always.
in ingredients as well.
These episodes give so much knowledge. Like in Europe, we don't talk about what is good for this part of your body, what is good for this part of
Mm,
body. We not educated about how to eat correctly to ourselves, how we can treat our body in a good way. Like right
yeah.
now, I love soups. Like I love to cook myself a soup, especially in winter when it's cold outside.
Yes, that's nice. Yeah, especially for this temperature as well, when it's so cold. So definitely adding some warming spices for into your soup, like ginger we've talked about. It has some warming qualities, help with immune system and inflammatory compounds as well. So if you're making a carrot soup or a pumpkin soup, definitely try to add some ginger. You'll feel that warmth in you right after drinking that. And also one topic, if you want some good protein as well, carbs and some like general nutrient, legumes is definitely a good option. Lentils, beans, or even broccolis, they have very high source of good carbohydrates, protein, and fiber as well. So you can also incorporate these soup, but adding a piece of ginger inside to give you that warming properties. Now, I would say in Asian, maybe just like Chinese diet, we don't use legumes a lot. So I would encourage my audience who are in the same countries or area as me to try incorporate more of this into your diet because it's just full of nutrient and it's plant-based, whole food, definitely good for your overall body function as well.
I don't know if I tell you that, but in my Panchakarma treatment, we ask the people that were taking care of us to do the cooking class. And I was so
Okay.
surprised how many spices they add to the
Yes.
like soups or meals. And I remember that before my Panchakarma, I wasn't use any spices. So then I
Okay.
try to know which spices are can go together, what we can put to our meals. And
Yeah.
I'm taking baby steps on that. And right now, some of my friends, when they come to my place for dinner, they said, okay, Magda, it's too spicy for us. Next time you need to lower the spices. So I came
That's
from no spices to maximum spices.
That's why I love Indian food. It's full of spices, full of flavor, and I'm just in love with it. When last time I was in India, it was really one of the best time I've had.
As our audience already know, I drink warm things. So I drink warm teas, warm water. But do you have any suggestion for me and maybe for our audience what to drink right now?
Yeah, I think I've talked about adding lemon or honey into your water when you wake up right away. That will help to cleanse and you will immediately feel better. In this temperature, you can also add turmeric, or if you are a fan of cinnamon, you could also have that in your latte or in your tea. I'm not, but if you are,
I'm
go
not
for it.
too.
You're not too, okay, all
No.
right. What I do also is I would prepare tea bags for myself. So I buy little tea bags that are empty and then I put stuff inside so I could bring it to when I go on travels or in the office. So I put in like black beans, which is in TCM, it's good for the kidney and for your hair health. So black beans, I put black goji berries as well, and sometimes goji berries, red dates. So I would incorporate these kind of more kind of Asian Chinese
I need to
ingredient.
take notes on that. I will re-watch the episode to take notes.
Yes, and I hope you can buy it in your local supermarket. I'm not sure, but definitely
Yes.
write them down and check it out in your local supermarket or in the Chinese supermarket. I'm sure your town might have
Yes.
some. And if you don't have time to do that, I do drink mulberry juice as well. So this is like a little package. For those who are in Hong Kong, you could give it a try. These are the mulberry juice that I drink on a day-to-day basis. It definitely helps with anti-inflammation and also a high level of antioxidants as well with great benefits. So definitely we'll share more on my Instagram.
I need to come to Hong Kong for that.
Yes, yes, I will ship to you.
Back to my Ayurvedic cleansing, the Panchakarma. What else I came up after that is that I eat Ayurvedic supplements. And do you
Okay.
have any suggestion for us what vitamins maybe we should take, especially in this period of time?
Yeah, funny you ask because when I was in Scotland in the winter time, right, the sun rises between 9 o'clock to 10 a.m. and
Yes.
then it goes down during 3, 4 p.m. already. So you only get around 6, 7 hours of sun and it's weak.
I
Right.
hate that in winter. I love the winter period when there is snow and it's this magic atmosphere around Christmas. But what I hate is that you wake up and it's dark. You finish your work and it's already dark. It's
I know.
crazy.
Yeah. So if wherever you are, you have limited exposure to sun, or if you don't consume enough vitamin D rich food, such as fatty fish or egg yolks, then I would recommend you to take vitamin D supplement, which will help you to increase your immune ability, and it will one of that seasonal affective disorder and help you to boost your mood. So I would recommend that. I actually do take vitamin D myself as well. Like some of you might be surprised, in Hong Kong, we do get quite a lot of sunshine, but it really depends on the time of the day as well. Like, for example, in the morning or in the evening is much weaker. So if you are in somewhere that is has a lot of sun exposure during noontime, afternoon, early afternoon, it's the great time to get some sun if you can. So vitamin D, I would recommend, yes.
And I have one more question from our audience because, like, New Year's is all about the new resolutions. So, some of our audience have the resolutions to go on a diet or lose weight. Do you have
Yes.
any suggestion for that?
Well, like a lot of my clients, losing weight is their not only just New Year resolution, but their lifetime resolution. It is a huge topic, so I'll share more next time.
Perfect. I can't wait for your next episode about nutrition. I learned so much from this area. I really rewatched this episode on the post productions and after we put it on the YouTube, and I will take notes on that.
Good. Well, in that case, next week, Magda will start to unfold the journey of human design, how you can learn more about yourself with the system, and I can't wait to learn more about mine.
I'm so happy about the next week's episode. But right now, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Tell us what you think about the episode. And next week, we will dive into the human design. So, see you next Monday. Bye.
Bye.